All right, we are back on this page here, and we're going to work with the DOM a little bit more, and we're going to try to apply some of our array and map type of skills to kind of extract some custom information from this page. Summarize the task. The task is to get all of the names for the entire roster and then possibly do something where we have the champions also and just create like basically a list of all the names from everything that's on here. So if I use my inspect tool, let's work on the champions first. So if I click on here, I can see that we have this class superstars champions -- name and champions championship. So let's just start there. Let's just see if we can get all of the names for Superstar Champions. I'm going to double click that. I'm going to copy this and head over to the console. Okay, so this one will be a little bit different in that we're going to, well, let's just, let's take a look at this here. Can I make this bigger? Okay, so const. And what should we call this? So what we're going to end up with is what's called a node list. It's not quite an array. It's called a node list. Again, node has nothing to do with Node.js. This is, as the name implies, a node list. It's a list of some various nodes on this HTML page. All right. So let's just say champion names nodes. Champion names node. To do that, we're going to say document.query selector all. So last time we looked at query selector, which just gets the first match. Query selector all should go through the entire page and find everything that matches. So I'm going to hit tab, and then it works the same way. This is query selector, as in we're using CSS selectors to query the page. So I'm going to hit a dot because this is a CSS class. And I'm going to pop that in here, and I think that's good. Let's let that run. Okay, so now let's take champion name. There we go. I think we got somebody in here. Okay, so we do champions node. See, we have a node list with the 14 champions. However, what we want to do now is to go through and extract the just the names. So how can we do that? Well, we should be able to do okay, watch this. Champion names.node. If I hit dot, you'll notice that there is a for each, but there is no map. That's because this is not an array. This is a node list. So we need to turn it into an array, first of all. So this isn't very common. You may not have to do this too often, but I think we can do, let's try this here. I actually haven't done this for a little while. Const. So now I'll go to just champion names equals array.from tab. So that might be what we want. Let's do yes, it is. Okay, now if I do, now that this is a bona fide array, I can do a map. Very good. So why don't I say const champ names. One of these nodes, so I'll just say no, maybe it's a div, whatever it is, element. Let's just say el element. I want el.text content. Let's see what that does. Okay, so we've seen how map works before. Now that we have an array, we can call map, and in our map method, we will pass in a callback function. So we'll hit. And let's see what that did. So that actually was able to pull off all of the names. Maybe I'll actually just stop there because it's kind of the same thing for the rest of the names. Let's see. I mean, see if there's. Let's take a look at the championships again. I mean, I guess it's gonna be kind of the same thing, but let's do one more. We'll just build a list of all of the champions. All right. That is not right. What the heck? Cody Rhodes is not. I was like, who the heck is 7'4"? 7'4". We don't. I don't think we have anybody quite of that. So, I mean, that's Andre the Giant, though, almost Andre the Giant there. Anyway, so yeah, Cody Rhodes does not weigh 520. This might be Andre's stats or something. I don't know what that is. Anyway, we'll come back in here. The championships should be right. And I'll copy this. Okay, so we've got those champ names there. Okay, let's see if we can get this to work. So here in Node, I've got our Node template that we've been using. So it's got all of our nice VS Code settings and everything's working fine. So I'm going to say const. So I've got that set up here. And you'll notice here I'm using Screaming Snake Case. That's what this is called, Screaming Snake Case. And that's meant to represent something that's not really like any part of the logic. It's really just like copy and paste configuration stuff. It's really like a hard constant that's just some fully customizable data that you do whatever you want with it. It doesn't really have any direct effect on the logic per se. And I hit Command-Shift-I. I'm going to pull up Copilot. And I'm going to look at this selection and explain. Pause the video and read this over, but it's really used for, truly constant values that are not meant to be changed. Like I said, it could be like configuration details or like a hard-coded list of names, something like that. And it's really, you should not change these, or maybe you do want to change it because they're just made-up names. But again, they don't directly affect any of the logic. It's just a list of a bunch of names, an array of strings. So let's head back to the browser now, and we'll use the same strategy to do the Superstars Champions Championships. Okay, I'm going to clear this console. Oops. Okay, let's do it. And let's say select championship belts. I'm going to pull the nodes again. Dot and paste that in. That should, same thing, give us all of the nodes. And now we want to say belt. Let's do this together in one step. I'll say array.from and pass in our node list. And then once this is turned into an array outside of the parentheses, because the result of this is what? I know it's going to be an array. So now I can get map after this, assuming it successfully transforms into an array, which I think it should because it's a node list like last time. And then we'll just do the same thing. Elements, arrow function, and just implicitly return to me the text content like that. You can also use inner text, it's pretty similar. So we'll let that fly, and then if I hit belts, perfect. We'll just log these out. All of this. Oops, I think I missed a bracket here. Okay, const belts. We're done with the DOM, and we'll just kind of challenge ourselves a little bit in the next video.